call to order the regular meeting of the West Valley City Council. We note that we have all members of the council in attendance. We'll begin with our opening ceremony and return to Council Member Lars Nordfeld for that.
Would everyone please join with me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
See, don't see any scout troops here, so a little different tonight. We usually have some. With that then, we'll go to the next item on our agenda, approval of the minutes of April 12th. To the council for a motion on the minutes.
Move for approval of the minutes of April 12th.
Thank you, and a second?
Second.
We have that before us. Any discussion, or are the minutes okay as are? Looks like they are okay, so all in favor of approving the minutes of April 12th, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion passes unanimously. The minutes are approved. We go to the next item on our agenda, which is a proclamation declaring the last Friday of April as Arbor Day in West Valley City, and I believe that Councilman Vincent has that. Councilman Vincent.
Thank you, Mayor. A proclamation declaring the last Friday of April as Arbor Day in West Valley City. Whereas West Valley City, Utah has committed considerable time and resources to the urban forest and has chosen to set aside a special day for the planting of trees, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion by wind and water of our precious topsoil, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of the business area, and beautify the community. And whereas wherever they are planted, trees are the source of joy and spiritual and mental renewal. And whereas West Valley City will make every effort to preserve existing trees in medians and subdivisions. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day is observed in every state in the Union and throughout the world. Now therefore, we, the Mayor and City Council of West Valley City, do hereby proclaim the last Friday of each April as Arbor Day in West Valley City, Utah, and urge all citizens to support the efforts to protect the trees and woodlands and to support the city's urban forest, and urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the hearts and promote the well-being of present and future generations.
Thank you. Next we go to our comment period. This is where the public can share any comments up to 5 minutes worth of time for any comments that they have. If you are here to speak on our public hearing, application S7 2016, this would not be the time to speak because we will do a separate one just for that. So this is just a general open comment period for the public. Is there anyone here who came tonight wanting to express any comments to the council? Looks like there are none. With that then, we'll close the public comment period. Mr. Pyle, do you have any comments for tonight?
I do not, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. To the council, any comments from the council? None from the council. Then we move on to public hearings. We have application S-7-2016 filed by Ken Kelter, disapproving or requesting approval to amend the landing condominiums at 2780 South, 5600 West. This is in conjunction with some development that will occur there. I believe there's an expiration on some things that were previously set in place. There is a piece of undeveloped ground there that they want to maintain, that they can use for future condominium type developments, retail condominiums. That's the best way to say it, isn't it? Retail condominiums, not where people live. So that will be, preserving that to be developed at a future date and time. Approval of this will allow that to happen. With that introduction then, got too many things open. Then we will declare open the public comment portion for this requested application. Is there anyone here to speak to this application? Yes, please come forward, introduce yourself and who you represent, if you're representing someone.
I'm Ken Kelter, I'm the owner of the property. And what it is the Landing Condominium Association is 3 existing buildings. It's Aloha Dental, Vision Source, and the front building is Subway. And then this is that empty pad. It's gone through some changes over the years. Anyway, we've decided on a 3,300 square foot building, 3,308 square foot building. It'll be the 4th and final building of that complex. Its elevations are consistent with the existing. We actually have 90 parking stalls on space on sites are way over parked, taking into account even Subway as a restaurant. During planning, we said in the event this was to be food, at least half of it could be food as an option. But we have, I believe, 5 handicap stalls, van accessible, everything, so we're way over parked on this property. And we need to get this approval done because we have a time constraint with the state statutes here, so.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Just a
Yes.
comment for Mr. Is it Kelter?
Yes.
I mentioned in our study meeting last week to Mr. Lehman that if there was any possible way to connect the property to the south to yours, like where that dumpster is, to open that up and connect those 2 driveways. If there's any way you can figure out and make that happen, I think it would.
That was looked at, and long ago with the owner to the south, she had no interest in that.
Okay.
What she wanted was another driveway onto 5600, and UDOT turned her down because there's a distance required, minimum distance between drives. So what ended up happening is both of us have exits to the rear through the condos, Hamlet Homes, both I can't remember, the Balmoral Townhomes. Both of us have an individual exit, and both of us have our own entrance exit on 5600. So.
Yeah, I know that's what you have. It'd be nice if they could connect the 2. So anyway, I mentioned that to Mr. Lehman, so.
He had called me on that, so, thank you.
With that, will you be sure to give your contact information to our recorder?
Sure.
And just so that the record's complete in case there's any question. You can do that now or afterwards. And we'll give her a chance to get that. Just half a second there. Since I didn't ask him to state it. So with that, seeing no further public comment, we'll close the public input onto this application. We will bring it back to the council where we will consider ordinance 16-16 to the council then for any action or any further discussion.
Mayor, I'll move for approval of ordinance 16-16.
Second. We have a motion and a second before us. Any further discussion? For those of you who may be here, we discussed this last week, so we always have multiple input. Sometimes there's no further questions or comments here, but since we've discussed it in a previous meeting, it's not like we haven't given it a thorough review. We have. So with that then, seeing no further comments, we'll turn to our city recorder to take the roll.
Councilman Vincent?
Yes.
Councilwoman Link?
Yes.
Councilman Bueller?
Aye.
Councilman Hume?
Aye.
Councilman Christensen?
Yes.
Councilman Nordfeld?
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you very much. Next we go to our resolutions. We have resolution 16-64. This is to approve the purchase of a water line and some capital improvements from Granger Hunter Improvement District This will be for our new skate park, which is located at 3201 South on 5600 West. That's currently under development right now, and this will need to be put in there in order to have sufficient water to water the landscape areas of that park. With that introduction then, we'll turn to the council for any comments or action.
Mayor, I move for approval of Resolution 16-64.
Second.
We have a motion and a second before us on the resolution. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll place that for a vote.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Vincent,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Next, we go to application number S-4-2016, filed by Andy Hubbard. This, he represents Great Basin Engineering. This is final plat approval for FMC West Valley subdivision located at 4101 West Pioneer Parkway. This is actually currently a parking lot just to the east of the current hospital, the Jordan Medical,
Jordan Valley Medical Center.
Jordan Valley,
West Valley campus.
West Valley campus, yeah. It's a double valley, so I gotta get. Okay, Jordan Valley Hospital, West Valley campus. Or is it branch?
Campus.
Campus, okay. Then, and they're going to take that parking lot, portions of it will be set aside. They will be building a building there that should not have any impact on the overall availability of parking there, but will be an addition to what is going on that particular complex. And I believe for kidney dialysis is what they were talking about, a center for that. So another addition to our city that will be very much appreciated by those who need it, having it located closer here. With that introduction then, for that request for a change on that application to the council for comments or action.
I would move for approval of application number S-4-2016.
We have a motion?
Second.
There we go. Second is before us. Any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll turn to our city recorder for the vote.
Councilman Vincent,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you very much. That completes our regularly scheduled business. Any final comments from the council? Seeing none, one last motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Passes unanimously. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming tonight.